Hello friend, how are you on this beautiful Tuesday? Yes, and Tuesday the 9th, and our daily challenge for free motion quilting is walk it out. I'm Pat Sloan. Thank you for following along all month. Every day is a daily video. So the challenge for this month is free motion quilting. If you're just joining me, you can download your calendar. Links below. Okay, walk it out. I just want to touch base first on walking foot quilting. That is our challenge for today, is to think about that as an option for your quilting. I'm going to show you one here. Now a lot of you are going to maybe stay in free motion, and later this week I will switch over and do some demos on the walking foot. So first of all, what is a walking foot? This is kind of the intro day. This is what a walking foot is on most of your machines. On my Solaris from Baby Lock, it's much bigger. Because it's computerized, it's got a little bit of computer stuff going on, and it plugs into the machine. But this is what most of you have, something that looks very similar to this. The arm here goes on the lever, so it goes up and down, and basically what it's doing is, as your fabric is gumming, it's doing this. So it's helping with the feed dogs. It's helping pull through the thicker layers that we have when we're doing 3 layers with the batting inside and everything. So I did Grandma's Kitchen sew along, what was it, 2 years ago now? And that one is being quilted with the walking foot, and I did 2/3 of it and then it went in the pile. It's sorted though. It's a very nice pile of baskets and pretty stacks of tops and things that need quilted, or need binding. Yeah, the infamous binding pile. So it went over there, and somehow it just never came back out. So here it is. Just move this over, bring this rolling assistant over. Here is the part that is done. So I have a good portion of it finished, and it's all done with the walking foot, and it's done in strips and then sewn together, quilt as you go method. So let me show you. Let's just take a look up close so you can see the difference, because everything will be fairly linear, straight lines, or using stitches on the machine. So here's using like the wave stitch on the machine. And then here are this grid work, just basic grid work. Here's line work. Here's, up here. Here's lines, going and echoing, straight lines. Lots of straight lines, which are fun. They're really fun to do. They give you great texture. So this piece, I am excited to finally get doing it. Here I did the echoing with the walking foot on the dress. So you can maneuver, because these are done in strips. You don't have a big long piece, because you're trying to swirl around like all 3 layers under your needle. This I did with the walking foot. So it's a little easier though when you're doing the free motion to do curves like that. Here's a star, so you can see I outlined, one from this point and then out. I've got echoing out here. See, can you see closer? So this is straight, but here I have, it's a light pink on the gray. So it's just done like that. Lots of fun things, and this is where I'm going to pick up and do the last section of it. And then that will be later this week. So what your challenge is today is, if you have never done any walking foot quilting, look around to see, first of all, get your walking foot, be sure you have it, you know how to put it on. Then look around and prepare something you can test, whether it maybe just be a table runner, maybe a pillow, maybe you have an orphan block you can make into a pillow. That would be perfect to do a test. It's just small. I'm sure you have pillows in your house. I'm sure you have something you can just whip up a little square to make. And that way you can test along with the walking foot. And I will share some books with you later in the week by my one friend who did some incredible. She did one book and the second one, I'm not sure if it's published yet. It'll be out soon if it's not. And they give you like a whole new perspective on walking foot quilting. So if you're interested in exploring that, I'll show you and I'll tell you about it. But today's challenge is to identify and find your walking foot, and then identify and get together something to practice on later in the week. Okay, my panel that I'm going to start on Wednesday is the, is the Eiffel Tower. So here is this is the top part, and so it has these flowers. Here we go. So it has these pretty flowers, and I want to have a little border on it. So I went looking around, and so I brought my pink, pull this guy over. Here we go. So I brought my pink fabrics and went through them looking for something that would work on the border for this. What I came up with was, I took a look at these peach colors in here, like pinky colors, plus there's yellow and there's green. So see the yellow flowers up here? I love those. This is very painterly. There are, I'll link this link below, but I believe I know there's companion fabrics, so depending on what's available. I decided I'm not going to buy the companion, I'm just going to look at what I have. So I found this floral that I've had for a really long time. I used it on a quilt for my great niece years ago. And I think if I did either inner border of green or yellow, I didn't pull a green to test, but either green or yellow, I think would look nice with this. So there is, like, not that wide, I think, skinnier, but I have enough to do a border. So there we go. It is not the same manufacturer, but it is a somewhat similar style. It's an older basic gray fabric. So I'm thinking that's what I'll use. And I thought I would show you couple fabrics I have in here that are fun in the pink. They don't really work with this. They're not the right shades, but this is my Paris map, and I think I have it in a couple other colorways. This is the pink, and then I have, this is a skinny piece of Paris. It's sort of chopped off but I have a big piece of Paris, the Eiffel Towers. So I went to the Eiffel Tower when I was in high school. I lived in Belgium, and we rode the train down, a group of us girls, and stayed in a place in Paris for 2 or 3 days. And yeah, I didn't go up in the Eiffel Tower though. That's one thing I have yet to do. Someday, on the someday list. But we were there and we had a fabulous time, as only teenagers might do in Paris. So some of the other girls were older, so but we had great. We went shopping. I bought a scarf because we had like no money. We had to spend it all on the food. Okay, that is what I will do. I will put this on here and have it ready. So I had another question. Thread color. Somebody was asking, how do you decide on changing thread color? And let's see, I do have it over here still. So for me, when I was changing thread color, I wanted it to blend, so that I changed and used green in the background. I used peach on this, where there was peach. I used teal for here, and the butterfly, the word teal butterfly down here, that's teal. And then I used like a really dark navy black to go all in the butterfly wings. And then this medium teal was out here. So every time I would change thread color, and then I would change the bobbin to pretty much match the thread color. So that's how I approach it. And yes, that means the back of your quilt might have light and dark thread colors. I don't mind that. But if you have a quilt that you know will be like maybe used and the other side will be shown a lot, then you may want to work with be sure your tension is good, and then work with a neutral color for your bobbin, and then change just the top thread. So of course that's an option. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready to go find some stuff? Be sure you're ready today. The next few days I am actually doing some conferences via Zoom with my Baby Lock ambassadors. We are all meeting on Zoom and doing some sessions with the Baby Lock staff out in St. Louis. Normally we would all be in St. Louis starting tonight and have an in-person event that goes on every year for the designers, but not this year. So we're doing it by Zoom, and we have a couple sessions each day. So that should be fun. Be sure fun to catch up with everybody. I'll let you know what I learn. Have a great day. I love you, and stay cool, stay safe. See you online. Mwah.